Washington, D.C., the center of power in America. Here, politicians climb the ranks, laws are written, and secrets are carefully buried. But in 2001, this city of power and prestige became the backdrop for a chilling mystery. A 24-year-old intern, chasing her dreams, disappeared without a trace. Her name was Chandra Levy. The case became a national obsession, not because she was missing, but because of who she was connected to. A powerful congressman, a political scandal, and a crime that was never truly solved. Tonight, we're going beyond the verdict, into the tangled story of Chandra Levy. Was she the victim of a random predator? A pawn in a political cover-up? Or was the truth buried in Rock Creek Park, a place that holds more secrets than answers? Asterisk. Let's step back. Before Chandra became a headline, she was simply a young woman chasing a future. Born in 1977 in Cleveland, Ohio, and raised in Modesto, California, Chandra was ambitious, focused, and determined. She dreamed of working in law enforcement or national security. To her, Washington wasn't just a city, it was the place where careers were made. In 2001, she landed an internship with the Federal Bureau of Prisons in D.C. It wasn't glamorous, but it was her way in. She rented an apartment near DuPont Circle. She jogged in Rock Creek Park. She called her parents daily. And then, on May 1, 2001, something happened. That morning, Chandra canceled her gym membership. On her laptop, she searched for trails in Rock Creek Park. By evening, her phone had gone silent. Her parents called and called. No answer. Days passed. By May 6th, they reported her missing. Police entered her apartment. Inside they found her purse, her ID, her cell phone. Even her suitcase was still unpacked. There was no sign of forced entry. No sign of a struggle. It was as if she had walked out the door and vanished into thin air. Asterisk. The search for Chandra began like any other missing person case. Flyers, press releases, interviews. But soon, whispers turned into revelations. Investigators learned that Chandra had been romantically linked to Congressman Gary Condit, a married lawmaker from California. This revelation set Washington ablaze. Suddenly, Chandra wasn't just a missing intern. She was the center of a political scandal. The media swarmed. News anchors speculated about affairs, cover-ups, even murder. Gary Condit denied involvement in her disappearance, but the damage was done. His reputation crumbled. His career collapsed. And instead of focusing on Chandra, the investigation became a circus. Imagine being her parents, watching reporters dissect your daughter's love life on national television, while the actual search for her slipped further away. Time, the most critical resource in any missing person case, was wasted. Asterisk. Asterisk. For a year, investigators searched without answers. Then, in May 2002, everything changed. A man walking his dog in Rock Creek Park stumbled upon a horrifying discovery: bones, a skull, torn clothing hidden in the underbrush. It was Chandra. Her remains lay just a mile from her apartment, in the very park she had searched online before she vanished. The question now wasn't just where she was, but how she got there. Attention shifted to Ingmar Guandique, a 20-year-old immigrant from El Salvador. He had attacked two women jogging in Rock Creek Park around the same time Chandra disappeared. Police had questioned him before, but he denied involvement. With Chandra's body now found, suspicion grew stronger. Years later, in 2009, prosecutors brought charges against him. The trial in 2010 was dramatic. A jailhouse informant testified that Guandique confessed to killing Chandra. The jury believed him. Guandique was convicted and sentenced to 60 years in prison. For Chandra's parents, it seemed like justice had finally come. But was it? Asterisk. Asterisk. The cracks in the case didn't take long to appear. The conviction of Guandique relied almost entirely on the word of a fellow inmate, a man later exposed as a serial liar. No DNA connected Guandique to Chandra. No eyewitness ever saw them together. No physical evidence tied him to the crime. By 2015, his conviction was overturned. By 2016, prosecutors dropped all charges. And just like that, the case was unsolved once again. Which leaves us with the mystery. Who killed Chandra Levy? Some believe she was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time, the victim of a predator lurking in Rock Creek Park. Others point back to Congressman Condit. Though police eventually cleared him, the suspicion never left. Was he unfairly targeted by the press? Or was there more to his relationship with Chandra than we'll ever know? And then, there are darker whispers. Chandra's work at the Federal Bureau of Prisons exposed her to sensitive information. Did she learn something she wasn't supposed to know? Could her disappearance have been more than coincidence? Each theory raises questions. None provide closure. Asterisk. It's been more than 20 years since Chandra Levy vanished into the shadows of Washington, D.C. Her parents still fight for answers. Her case remains a scar on the city's history, a reminder of how scandal can overshadow truth, how media can distort justice, and how power protects itself. A young woman lost. A congressman ruined. A man convicted, then freed. And a family left with nothing but questions. So now we turn to you. What do you believe happened to Chandra Levy? Was she murdered by a random predator in Rock Creek Park? Was she caught in the storm of a political scandal? Or was she silenced because she knew too much? Drop your verdict below down arrow, because your theory might just bring us one step closer to the truth. This is Beyond the Verdict, where the courtroom closes, but the story continues. Asterisk.